Hi, Assalamualaikum and good evening. We are from Group G and we will talk about a Poisson process with random intensity for modeling stability. These are the name of the group members: Anis Alia Inshira binti Razali, Eng Munfe, Eng Jihao, Nur Amira Shaira binti Zulkifli, and Nurul Azuri Natasha binti Jamil. Let's we go to the introduction for this topic. Financial stability is used to refer to stable growth, appropriate inflation, and low unemployment. This kind encourage banks and financial organizations to be more cautious. Next is Poisson process, which is a basic example of stochastic process with discontinuous trajectories. If the actual timing and magnitude of the event are unknown, the predicted number of leaps during an interval and the jump size remain constant. These are four identification methods. First, Chow 1960 utilized a testing approach. Next is Andrews 1993-2003 developed tests for parameter and stability and structural fractures. Bai and Perrin 2003 proposed a recursive approach for automatically detecting numerous structural breakdowns in data. And lastly is Haifavi and Talas 2030 to identify breaks in which a constant variance.
Let us take a look at the methodology. What is a Poisson distribution? It is actually a probability distribution of random variable n, such that the denominator denotes n factorial and the parameter lambda determines the shape of the distribution. The intensity of events that occur at a set rate is counted in a homogeneous Poisson process shown below, whereby k equals the number of events at a time interval, lambda being expected number of jumps, and the mean and variance of this process is actually the same, which is lambda tau. For your information, the intensity parameter is neither fixed nor time-dependent in this investigation, and it is also not subjected to a stochastic process. The focus point is study is finding a common occurrence using a randomly picked intensity from an exponential distribution. These are the formulas used to calculate its mean and variance. All in all, this proposed model predicts structural fractures by using a compound Poisson process. If on the other hand an unpredictable unknown occurred, it will have a great impact on the stock market.
Now let us see the result. In BIS 100 index, there are 5 UUs. The first one is the earthquake, the second one is limitation, the independent credit lines, and the third one is political crisis between Prime Minister and President. The fourth is the worldwide financial crisis on 2008. And the last one is a wave of protests and civil disturbance erupted in Turkey contest over an urban development plan for Istanbul's Taksim Gezi Park. We detected 5 UUs for approximately 5,000 days in order to foresee 100 days at 1 lambda equals to 0.1. The probability that there will be an UU within this period can be computed by setting k equals to 1, which is 9%. And now the impact will be drawn for an exponential distribution with a rate parameter of lambda equals to 0.1. We may witness a sharp decline of 6.5% with a probability of 9% on day 34 in the graph.
Key 225 index. Only one UU is recorded due to the Japanese asset price bubble burst in early 1992. Since there is only one UU recorded for around 8,000 days in Nikkei 225, therefore lambda equal to 0.0125. By setting k equal 1 to 1.2%, the likelihood of a UU occurring within this time frame may be calculated using the Poisson process shown below. Exponential distribution with a rate parameter of lambda equal to 0.0125 will now be used to calculate the impact. With a 1.2% likelihood, we may see a dramatic drop of 29.7% in day 68 as seen in the figure. As a result, the chance of possessing more than one UU has decreased to 0.008%.
The conclusion. This study is about the unusual occurrences that have a negative impact on a financial stability. A Poisson process is proposed to simulate these UUs in which the intensity is assumed to be random and selected from an exponential distribution with a very low positive value. The point here is to emphasize that when an unknown occurrence is more unexpected, the impact is likely to be much greater. The model was tested on two stock indices, which were the Nikkei 225 in Japan and the Turkish BIS 100. It has been shown that as the stock market gets more stable, the likelihood of a UU decreases considerably. As a result, if such a rare occurrence occurs, it is quite likely that its consequences will be severe.